35 points, including crazy one-legged threes, as the Lakers beat the Knicks 110-97.
And took a seat.
A game that wasn't as close as that final score would make it sound. So here are the facts. The Lakers are 9-2 when Luka and Austin Reeves play and LeBron James does not. So I guess the question, Windy, is that something or nothing?
Well, I guess in fairness, I should say that LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic have really not played that many minutes together. And they have, as they've continued to play together, the numbers have improved. But the data so far just screams what you just said. When Luka and Austin Reeves are on the court together, okay, they are a high-level team. Plus 6.1 per 100 possessions is the performance of a mid-50s win team. That is very strong. Obviously, now look at the bottom there. When LeBron and Luka are on the court together, minus 2.6. That differential is the difference between a play-in team or a team headed for the lottery and a team headed for a home court advantage seed. That just doesn't work. And when the three of them are together, it's getting better. And JJ Redick, if he was on this broadcast with us still, he would say, give me some more time. We're making improvements. But they don't have more time. Austin Reeves and LeBron James are free agents at the start of the season. The data points say they are better off with Luka and Reeves now and probably going forward.
We always say, is this something or is it nothing? And I'm going to say it's not nothing, right? That's the best way to put it, because it might be a small sample size, but those numbers tell you all you need to know. There's also other numbers I'm looking at too. When the two of them, when it's just Luka and LeBron on the court together, you would think defense is the bigger issue. Their defensive rating together is the same as the team. So it's not bad and it's not terrible.
Right.
It's the same as the team. The offensive rating, which you would think with those two on the floor should skyrocket. It's not. In fact, they're a top 10 offense altogether. But when those two are on the floor, they would rank 25th in the league in offense. So the offense, to me, is what you're not getting, what you thought you would get to make up for the lack of defense.
Yes, and it's going to sound, and I understand why it will be interpreted that way by some, as though this is a criticism of LeBron James. It's not meant to be that at all. He is still a very high-level player. For his age, he's a ridiculously high-level player. But the fit of LeBron and Luka, which we thought might work great, and this is not necessarily anybody's fault. It just doesn't necessarily work great. And so I think the future, if this was 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, you build around LeBron. At this point, you're clearly going to build around Luka.
Yeah.
So it means LeBron will likely be the one who's somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what this season has been screaming in LA, is that it is time to move on from LeBron. You're always going to go with the guy under 30 instead of the guy over 40, right?
Right, of course.
So I think we all know the inevitable end game that's going to happen here in LA, and it'll be the end of LeBron in LA.
And then the biggest and I guess best story in the NBA this weekend, the Celtics and Jason Tatum. They beat Dallas by 20 and Cleveland by 11 since the last time we were all in here on Friday. Jason Tatum had 20 points yesterday. Let me start with this. Windy, I watched the game on Friday night. He played longer and much better than I was expecting for him in game one. And then now we've seen a 2-game sample size. Has it been better than you were expecting, Winman?
I can't imagine that this could have gone better for the Celtics. He is showing, no fear to make plays. He's driving to the basket. His jump shot has looked reasonably good. Now, he's been streaky. He had a streak yesterday where he missed 6 straight shots. That's been Jason Tatum's career. But if he looked really shaky the first 2 games, Greeny, I would be on here today saying, don't overreact. Just wait till he looks by April, May. And I'll say that here, don't overreact. We could see some games where he doesn't look as good. But the Celtics are designed within a system where he should be able to rejoin them without disrupting them much. And that is what's happened here. And in an Eastern Conference where I've had a very difficult time discerning between these top 4 teams, this arrival and him looking like an instantaneous contributor is a difference maker. They're absolutely the favorites in my mind now going forward, not just because of what he looks like his first weekend, but what I expect him to look like in 6 weeks.
There's concern everywhere in the East, especially in New York, right? But in New York, there is somebody that is not too far from here, uptown at the hospital for special surgery.
Right.
Dr. Martin O'Malley, who's the one who performed this surgery the day after the injury happened.
Yeah.
The speed bridge surgery that allowed him to get here. They are cheering on Jason Tatum for what he's been able to do because it's remarkable. But if you watch his highlights, his 6 buckets that he got on the Cavs yesterday, first of all, Cavs need to show up in this game. They didn't. Second of all, you're not seeing a lot of lift out of his legs yet. And so what you want to see with him playing so comfortably in the flow in that offense is if he does get his legs under him, watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. The Pistons have lost 4 straight games also for the first time this year, so they seem to be falling out to the side a little bit. You mentioned the Cavs didn't show up. Winman just said the Celtics now are the team to beat in the East. Do you think the Celtics are the team to beat in the East?
They absolutely are, because they're the most complete team, and they defend better than anyone. They're the one team in the East that you can trust the most because of the coaching they have, because of the season they've had, and the fact that they defend as a team. They play in a system, Wendy has talked about this, that is remarkable, that they just plug and play players that you might not have heard of, and they all know their roles.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Celtics had an unbelievable weekend. You mentioned the Cavs didn't have a great day, but they did have this one spectacular play that we wanted to show you. This is going to be, Alan, this is going to be James Harden. He's going to be looking for Evan Mobley, and that is an alley-oop from however many feet that is. That's as good a pass as any Cleveland Browns quarterback threw all of last year.
Took the words right out
You
of my
ain't kidding
mouth.
about that.
We know Wendy's feeling that. This pass, when you don't see the rim, right? The pass out of context looked like it was going into the 5th row, 6th row. No way that was going to be on target. An unbelievable catch and finish, but even a more precise pass. One of the best you'll see of anybody in Cleveland.
Yeah, very good. A 20-yard touchdown pass on the alley-oop to Evan Mobley. That's exactly what it was.
I believe they call it a post pattern.
We will have Harden in just a spectacular performance and a 25-point drubbing over Houston. Are we starting this? I'm not even sure this is a question. Is Victor Wembanyama the most dominant player in the NBA right now?
You can make the case. The sport was invented in 1891. We've never seen anybody this size with this skill set. He's showing it at both ends of the court, turning defense into offense, turning offense into defense. He's a threat from anywhere on the court, and he's doing psychological damage to his opponents. That, I think, is the big difference between Victor in year 3 and Victor in year 2. He's getting inside guys' heads, stopping shots before they're taken.
He's the most dominant player at both ends of the floor that we have in the NBA. I mean, that's really the best way to describe him. And he has balletic athleticism.
Yeah.
Somebody of a size we've never seen.
Right.
So to me, the things he does in these games is what is breathtaking and what just shows you. Like something like this, which is a Euro step into a reverse dunk. It's indefensible. We say a lot of times, we use that term indefensible on certain shots. Luka hit one yesterday. That's literally indefensible. There's nothing you can do other than just get out of the way so you're not on the poster. But then there's stuff defensively like this. He's not looking, and then bam, he just knocks it out of bounds. Doesn't need to, but sends a message by doing it. That's mental warfare as well, what he's doing there with that block shot. Meaning, don't you dare come in here with that mess again. And you see his teammates reacting to stuff like this where they can't even believe what they just saw. That, I think we all feel the same way. There is just something about him as a player. And the scariest part is he's not nearly as good as he's going to be.
No, for sure. He's 22 years old, which begs the question, like, are we getting here a little earlier than we expected? I mean, watch this team play over the last month, Wendy. It's impossible for me not to say, and they have played well when they've played OKC all year long. It's impossible for me to say, here they come, and this is going to be an unbelievable team in the future. They feel like they're the best team in the NBA right now.
Well, they won 15 of 16, and I want to just highlight 2 plays that he had on Friday night that you might have missed over the weekend. One was a play that essentially defined the game. Sideline out of bounds play that the Clippers run. They have a great play set up where they get a back screen for a lob where they're going to get, watch this. Watch how far away Victor is from the basket. We can't see it there. Victor is 20 feet from the basket on this play and effectively defends the rim. Okay? That is what's incredible. That's what I mean by I say he is forcing guys to make mistakes and take shots they wouldn't even try against him. It's one thing if you put the shot up and he blocks it. It's another thing when you won't even try the shot. And on Friday night, Tyronn Lue designed a play that was going to get the game to overtime. The play was open. The play worked. But because Victor Wembanyama was in the way, even though he was 20 feet from the basket, Nicolas Batum was afraid to throw it. That's the next level that could make a difference at the playoff level.
I feel like every time we talk about him, he gets an inch taller. Every conversation, the more you watch him play, he just gets taller and taller.
His confidence grows.
And right now, if you said to me right now you were going to vote for him for MVP, you would get no fight out of me. Let me go to the next stop here. We'll stay in the West.